Minds and thoughts. Your thoughts kind of affect your mind. I hope you know that. So, what are you thinking about today? Hi, guys. The voice of many testimonies speaking. Today is Friday and Happy New Month. I hope you had a great day. And if you didn't, trust God that the rest of the days can end up fine. And I'm sure it's just still thinking. Can just, do this act of gratitude thing I do sometimes to just shout that one time God came through, even in a seemingly bad day. So in today's episode, I want to talk about minds and thoughts. And I just want to say that while limited by our minds, that one time you think you're ugly and not enough, you actually begin to look and begin to assume the position of not being enough. Your thoughts affect your mind. How can you, and sometimes I feel like, how do your thoughts affect your mind? Because it's something I'm also working on personally with myself. We grow daily. So I just want to say that sometimes we kind of accept negativity and we think about it, think out. I'm like, I'm not so sure. I don't think, where we start is I don't think imagination thing. We used to affect our mind, and our mind, it's like a visionary, but it begins to bring the picture into reality and you begin to look like you don't think. You get it? So sometimes we need to overcome the fact that we're limited by our thoughts, because the state of our minds affects our being. The state of our mind affects our being, because at times we already feel like we already got discovered, we already have this all figured out, and small, all ugly thought of what if, and then your mind begins to picture the what if into a bigger picture, and then in reality you begin to see the what if become worse. There was one time I was talking about positive affirmation. This is positivity in itself, but this is not even affirming. But in the right sense of it, affirming it also makes the thoughts fly away. I was listening to a TikTok video of Apostle Family Lazarus when he was saying that sometimes when bad thoughts come to your mind, you just, don't even think like, I rebuke the devil in your mind. You need to say it out and be like, devil, you've lost this one. So when you begin to think things, knowing fully well that your thoughts affect your mind and your mind is an opening ground to your reality, who you are, you need to affirm. So if you've not listened to the episode on positive affirmation, you should listen to it, so because this is just like a sequel to it. So personally, I just want to say that we're at the beginning of the year where there's a bit pressure like the ending of the year. It's not as relaxed as the middle, but it's also not as unpressurizing as we think it should be, because we're all like, this year we're not going to grieve for anybody, the usual. So we just go ahead and be like, I need to get it all figured out. I'm approaching ourselves. At the same time, you're like, what if this year ends up like last year? What if I just messed the whole thing up? What if I didn't hear God well? What if my goals are too big? And then your mind begins to process it, begin into pictures where you feel hopefully and eventually. So we really need to work on what we think. And how do we work on what we think? Because sometimes you feel like, I can't control my thoughts. It has come. But have you ever realized that your thinking comes from what you hear, what you see, and your immediate environment? Because, there was this one time that it was a jolly good day for me. I stay around people that are lively. My friend is a whole bundle of joy. So, I don't know, that particular day, I met up with this person. I wanted to talk to the person. We needed to figure out something together. So, she was just giving me bad news. She was all like, you will need money. You will be frustrated in this thing that you're about to do. But you need to stand strong. You will really be frustrated. I won't lie to you. She kept saying it and saying it. She kept saying, you'll be lonely. She kept saying, things are going to get bad. But you now had a little bit of, you need to pray. Me being the positive person, I try to sieve out the whole, you'll be frustrated. But somehow, my mind already picked out. I started thinking about it. Would he actually get back? What have I put myself into? I was thinking, ruminating. And my mind began to picture the whole thing. And I kid you not, I was sad throughout that day. My friends could not figure out what was wrong with me. Even me, I didn't know. It was later I started to process what happened, what happened today. And then I just saw that it was after I listened to the word, you'll be frustrated, you were tired. It was funny because I'd be like, okay, wait, what? I'll be what? I cannot just believe that at least I sat through the whole talk because sincerely it was depressing. So it comes from what you listen to. Watching a movie where maybe the whole cast dies or something bad happens and you start thinking about it. Honestly, it's true. My life is even bad. I mean, my life is similar to that, main lead. And I'm like, what am I even doing on earth? Start thinking, start picturing it. And then your whole jolly mode where you woke up and say, good morning, Holy Spirit. Boom, that's all. So sometimes I feel like as much as we don't want to spiritualize everything, this world is as spiritual as it seems. Everything is linked. So when you want to watch a movie, don't be like I'm here again, I know. Watch a movie, do this, do that. As much as it's all for relaxation and fun, I feel like there's a way we need to censor what we bring to our table, what we bring to ourselves, what we indulge ourselves in, because eventually it affects our thinking. We ruminate about it, we think about it, and then we bring it to our mind to give us a picture, and gladly it's food. Your mind is very imaginative, so gladly the mind picks up the job, does everything, and then you begin to become what your mind is thinking. You see, this thing is not about just a movie, just a book. It can be as simple as, okay, for a lady now. There was this time I really liked the concept of jewelries, necklaces. I mean, it's not a sin, I just liked it. I felt like it made people beautiful. Like, there's this way you make your face pop. And then I haven't realized that there's one thing you need to do is, when you see things like that, you appreciate it. That way, it won't, make you feel less of yourself. You just be like, I saw this thing, I liked it, and I told the person, you look good. And that's all. But I started thinking about it. The way it pops people's face, the way it makes people look different. Eventually, I started conjuring it. I'm like, so I got necklaces and all. And I'm like, the amazing thing is I had to stop it because I started feeling like I don't look good without it. It became something that I thought about it so much. My mind that pictured the whole thing that without the necklace, it became my God, literally. I don't look good. And there was like, how did I get here? So it can be as little as, seeing something good in someone, or just random thoughts that pop in your head and just thinking about it, and your mind start to picture it. You see how linked the whole thing is, and then you embody it, and then you see yourself. You were just happy until you listen to a juice word or something and see the whole atmosphere. It's as easy as that. So we know that the mind is very powerful and that we are limited by our thoughts. So the best thing to do is to surround yourself with positivity as much as we can and trust to the Spirit, the joy of the salvation. These people, I've seen people that when they are very sad, when things are turning, they just start laughing. At first, it was hearsay until it became something close to home, because my friend is so funny that when she has this thing going on with her, she just start laughing. I'll be talking about something serious, she's laughing. I'm like, what is funny? Bro, I'm not happy. This thing is being funny. This thing is being magic. Keep on laughing. And eventually it becomes a joke that even me, I'll feel silly for actually taking it serious, because you start ruminating about it and be like, it's not, and you think about it, it's not as serious because it's sad. It doesn't go to the point of demeaning your feeling, but it goes to the point of you saying that it doesn't worth taking away your joy, it doesn't worth taking away your peace of mind. And you just, you know what? I'm not stress myself, that kind of thing. So that is what it is, to surround yourself with positivity and making sure that you stay connected to things that raise your spirit. So please, let's be positive in everything. As much as our boss can frustrate us, school can annoy us, different things, anything can just, put you off in a bad mood, put you under the wrong mood, and they're like, you know what? God I beg. Use 3 doses of God I beg or something like. You're like, hey, well, this is it for me today. I've had enough. But honestly, we know that anybody can annoy you. This is the way we have to take a step back and not be so involved in the whole situation that it engulfs us and it becomes our person. It even goes to a point of, okay, People say I like story, as usual. So there was this one friend, like my friend, she was telling me something that happened to her, another friend of mine. And I felt so bad. I had a sleepless night. I was worried. It affected my mood. I couldn't go about my basic things well. Until I realized that even the person that this thing was happening to, she was eating, she was fine. She just wanted to share with me. And now I've embodied it so much that I'm now, it's like it's me that is going through all of it. And I'm like, this is not the life I want to live. You need to be able to separate yourself from your emotion. At that moment, that's how, yeah, that is how you feel. But you don't need to, make it like, that's what I put it. Give me that word. Oh, Jesus. Okay. It's like you're feeling at that moment. Think about it, like a while away. But do not, like I said, do not ruminate about it because you're limited to your thoughts. So the moment it comes to you, let it go. If you start to think, thought step 1, thought step 3, maybe I should do a study on that in case there's different stages of thinking. By the time you get to a point where your mind has grabbed it from your thinking to start giving you an image, my dear, that you need to run from. But then I think that's all for today's episode. And don't forget to follow our page on YouTube, The Voice of Many. We've not posted anything yet, and I promise it's going to be by the end of February, and it's going to be powerful. I don't want to use the word lit, but it's going to be powerful. You're going to enjoy it. I might not be able to, record a video session of my podcast every time, but at least we will have context that can boost us and help us in our day-to-day activities. Everybody knows that I'm just there. I'm going through these stages too, so it's not about, we are both in this together. So yes, drop anything you feel like in the comment section and what you think about, or an experience where your thoughts has influenced your mind and you just begin to see yourself manifesting in that kind of thing. And you're like, this is not me, this is not me. You can just tell me that about that. So, Testimony signing out. Bye. See you next week.